Alright, the last video we looked at finding the slope between 2 points, and we're going to look now at the equation of a line when we're given 2 points. So we actually need two things to write an equation of a line. Alright, we need two things. We need a point that it goes through, basically to kind of anchor it, and we also need the slope. We need the slant of it, right? We need to, first of all, we need a point to anchor it, right? We don't need two, but we need at least 1 point, and then we need the slope of the line. Okay, we need those two things. So how are we going to write an equation of a line if we have 2 points? Well, we're going to actually find the slope first, right? If I'm given 2 points, I'm going to find the slope. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a quick little sketch. It says to graph it. So I have -1, 3. There's that point, and I have over 2, 5. And here's my line. Oops. Now, I'm going to find the equation of the line and solve it for y if possible. So, as you can see, this has both a y-intercept and an x-intercept. Because it has a y and an x-intercept, I'm going to have both an x and a y in my final outcome. So let's go ahead and first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the slope. And we're going to find the slope. Look at the last video if you don't remember. We're going to find it by saying 5 minus 3, 2 minus -1, and we're going to find that the slope is 2/3. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use what we call the point-slope form. The point-slope form, we'll go ahead and write this up here for you. The point-slope form of a line looks like this. Y minus y1 equals m standing for slope, x minus x1. Okay, now I'm going to highlight a few things here. These are the only places you're going to dump in information. These are the only places where you'll dump in information. Okay, the other x and y that don't have the subscript, they're going to stay x and y. Okay? All right, here we go. Now, you may be thinking, well, I don't know which point to use because I just need 1 point, right? This formula says that we need an x1, y1. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just call this one my x1 and y1. I don't need both points, right? I just need a point, and I need the slope. So here we go. According to the formula, I'm supposed to put in y minus y1, which is 5, equals the slope, m, 2/3, x minus x1, which is 2. Now, why did I not pick this point? Why did I pick this point? It honestly does not matter which point you pick. So you're going to get the same equation of the line no matter what. So no worries there. All right, we're going to use the distributive property because it says, look, solve for y if possible. So I'm going to get the y alone. This is 2/3 x minus, well, 2/3 times 2. That's 2 over 1. That's going to give me 4/3. Now I need to get the y alone, and then we're finished. And this will be the equation of the line. So let's see, we have y equals 2/3 x. Now, how in the world am I going to consolidate the -4/3, or combine these like terms is basically what we're doing. We're saying -4/3 and 5. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to put 5 over 1. I'm going to do what we did in middle school, which is to turn the improper fraction back into a mixed number, and then just combine them. If I had $5 and I took away 1 1/3, then what would I have? Well, I would have a positive 3 2/3. Now, think about that. Here's the 1 and the 3, that makes 4. Here's the 2/3 and the 1/3, that makes the other part of that makes the remaining 1, so we have 5. Okay, so your equation of your line is y equals 2/3 x plus 3 2/3. Let's go on to the next example. All right, again, we're going to sketch a little sketch here first. And this is over 5, up 4. Now, you don't have to draw the drawing, but it just said to, so I'm just going to follow the directions. Over 5, -1. So this is a vertical line. Now, what do we know about the slope of a vertical line? If you look back in your notes or look back at the video, you know that the slope is undefined. We can't call it 0. It's undefined. Well, if the actual m is undefined, then how can I put that into a formula? Watch this. How can I put that into a formula? How do I put this word into that spot? I can't. So I'm not going to be able to use the formula when it's an undefined slope. All I need to do is write the equation of the line, which would be what? X equals 5. Now convince yourself that that's true. X is 5. Okay? Look at that picture and look back at some other videos if you need to. Let's go ahead. The last example we'll be through. Oops. Okay, let's see here. Zoom that up a bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a sketch. I have over 1 up 6. And then I have negative 7 up 6. Alright, so this is a horizontal line. Now, we actually do have a slope, right? That's an actual number. The slope is 0. So there's a couple of ways you can go about this. Let's just say you don't remember that with a slope of 0, it's just a y equals equation, but let's go ahead and use our formula. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. We'll go ahead and use the point that doesn't have any negatives, just because. And then we have a 0 for this spot. So the m is 0. We have x minus 1. We have y minus 6. And we're going to go ahead and use the distributive, and we get nothing on the right. We have y minus 6, and we get y is equal to 6. We could also, there's one way to do it, we could also just look at the line and realize, oh my gosh, that's a horizontal line. It only has, if it's only going through one axis, then it only has one variable, or one coordinate, one x or y. So we're going to just say y is equal to, and it goes through 6, so it's 6. What I was trying to say is if the line only goes through one axis, then it's only going to have one letter. All right? So thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful.